Our main topic is the quick SQL, or even if you go for the certification or some exam or some interview, you must be asked for this quick SQL. So what exactly quick SQL? Anybody have any idea? Because in last session we discussed about this a little bit. Anyone?
Sir, I guess this is AI based. Just we need to put some short commands and it will automatically generate through AI the
Mm-hmm.
whole script.
Yes.
Have covered that creating a table by using quick SQL command, quick SQL.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? So let's explore it, how it works. Screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quick SQL. Quick SQL actually is a very shortcuts to create application and associated objects. You can learn more about this on, you can say, on the Apex platform as well as on the internet, but they're a little bit available. And here we'll give you some understanding how it works, what is the purpose, and what is the benefits of this, and how we can go ahead on this. We can insert the data as well. We can develop the application through this. So there are multiple uses, but currently, what I'm explaining here, that is only creating a database table, then sequence, then primary key, then constraint, then we can say we are going to create one trigger on based on that, and few other things. So let's go through this and check. So first I'll create something and then I'll explain that how it works. What is this? I typed only this. I have typed LAMPS Technoplace Quick SQL table, and it created great table, LAMPS Technoplace Quick SQL table. I have not given any command, right? And what it do? It did the like ID. By default, it created an ID. It know that if we are creating a table, then it must have some primary value and other thing, and even ID could be there. That is a probability we do this. So based on AI, it get to know that what we are going to do. It make the provisions based on their intelligence. So it give us the option of the ID, and ID must be a number. It know. So system knows about that what we are going to create and how it would be. So it know that if I'm creating a table, then it should have one ID. So it give us the ID. If ID, then ID should be a number. Then it give it a number. If ID, that should be a primary. So it make it a primary because ID should be unique, right? And if unique, then there should be number. Then number should be unique generated. So it generated by default on null. Like we are not putting a number, then it will generate. But if I put a number, then it will not generate number on that. So like number generated by default, on null. This is a one word by default on null as identity, like identity keyword. Okay. Constraint रहेगा. This is the constraint. Constraint is like this should be like this only. So this is the constant name. It will be created. you can check in the constant that there is a LAMPS Technofresh SQL TBL ID primary key constant will be created. And this is also a primary key. So these all identity and other columns it created by default. That is a huge. Okay. Now here, suppose I want to add more columns. Suppose today we are going to create one participant table. Okay. So what? First name. Now what? We created another table. How I'll do? What we can do? Just give a tab. Image here. First name. But here, size is 4,000 character. First name is not that. So VC is the varchar 50. You can see as I change the command, it changed the script as well. Okay, so VC 50. I can change here something. You cannot edit in read-only editor. Okay, now what? Last name VC 50.
Can we not change the ID column name?
You can in the next step. You can change, but not on this step. Once you created this, and then you can go when you review. Then at the time of review, you can change. Okay, first name, last name. What else we are asking from you guys to put? First name, last name, username, mobile, email, and country. Suppose these are the details we are asking to create. So username. Mobile, and before that, country, VC 100. Mobile, email, VC 100. Okay. Now, active inactive. What I did check, I have created a constant on active that it will accept only yes or no. Okay. Varchar 2, one character, constant, lamp technophrase, SQL table, active check. Then check this is the ACTIV. Okay. So this is a constant created automatically. Email. Now, see here, this is enrolled since. Huh? Enrolled since. I put only D. D even will work. D for date. It understand that this is a date. Okay. Now what? Table is created. Script is ready. Nothing else. Script is ready. And few other components as well. We review. We can change here. Like what we can say. User ID. right? What you said, na, to change. And I can change anything else if you want. I have to copy this, put here, then run. So one statement processed once successfully, and you can see the scripts as well. You can browse the object, and you can see here Technofest SQL TBL. So TBL. So this table was created and this index. So guys, make this practice and go through this once again. And for the time being, I'm taking a 10 minutes break. After that, we'll continue on this and I'll check that how it works. So any query up to now? No? In this, how it works, what we did. Anyone? Any query, any understanding gap? Or shall we go ahead?
Yes, we can go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, nice. So if I ask you guys to create this type of some quick SQL scripts, are you able to do that? No?
Yes, Bharat, we can.
Good. So definitely we'll go through this and we'll check your understanding as well. But first I will complete this.
Bharat, some logo is appearing on the screen. I don't know it.
Yes, Technofest logo is there.
Logo is appearing on screen. Okay.
Yes,
So I think it will covering some screen portion, right?
yes,
Yes.
Let me check where it was. Okay. Is it okay now?
yeah, it is.
Right. So let's we create one more table the similar way, but with more advanced features, like how we are using quick SQL. This was the basic one. Now we'll go for some next step. So this is the same table we created just now. And what else we can do in this? Like there is no created by, updated by this type of details. We can say then these are the audit columns, or in Oracle language, we say that who columns, WHO. So what are these and how we can create? The first thing we can create like created, like date created by then BC 100 something. Okay. But this will not giving us our purpose actually why we creating this. If this way, if we go, we have to manage the things that how this created by date will be populated, who created, how it will be populated, these things. So what we do, there's another feature. I can remove them. I can go for the setting, and there's few more things what I can show you here. Like this abbreviation we can put in our settings. Okay, I deleted this. For I have to create few tables, and there are like you can say this up to this is the common, and that was a table, and now I'm creating table one. Okay, so what we do, like I put here. Okay, if I want to specify some schema, then put the name. We want to compress this table, we can enable this. Generate the insert. Yeah, we are generating primary key. If we want to include add primary key, definitely it will. Populate method, identity column, है ना? System GUID, sequence or none. Like identity column we are populating. Prefix primary key with the table name. Like if I do this, then the whole table name will be populated here. Okay. You can get the help here. Like employee ID. Like I'm creating an employee table, then it will give the employee ID. Okay. So I'm not going this because your table name is lengthy. Data type, date, timestamp, time with zone, everything we can here. Semantics, character, byte, whatever. Then additional columns, include audit columns, include row version. Like I have changed the row, then it will give the number. We can check this as well. Row key, some primary keys are like row ID type. Then options, PLSQL APIs. What it do? Generate PLSQL package API to for each table to query, insert, update, and delete its data. Those who went through the VBCS training, they can correlate this with like when we created some table, there 4 or 5 API generated automatically. So we can generate these API here as well. Okay. Include the drop command, edit is additionable, and Apex enabled. Which version? Currently, we are working on the 23C. So these are the audit columns created by, updated by. Okay. So these all things we can make the settings, and I click on the save settings. Now you see I did TBL1. It gave LAMPS Technofresh Quick SQL TBL1. Okay. Then here ID again generated, and ID also have that complete name as a, like primary key have the complete name, not the ID. Okay. And if I again and prefix this, what it will do? TBL1 ID. Okay. This one, whatever I provided here, that will be added here. Like these are the prefix, and then I'm giving the user table. This is the training table. This is the training master. So that will be append here. So I'm not using this like this way. So, so you can see we put only this value, but it created by updated and updated by default and make them not null. Like these are the mandatory. We can change this in the next step and we can make them now these are the mandatory, but we can make them non-mandatory as well. Okay. Not only this, you can go ahead, see here, it created one trigger as well. LAMPS Technofresh SQL table 1 BUI before insert and update. This is one. Like before insert and update on this table, right? For each row, this is when inserting, then it will update the created with the sysdate and created by with the user who is logged in. If it's in the Apex, through the Apex instance you are using that user. Otherwise, if you have through the database, then database user will be populated in this column. And updated is the sysdate. Whenever we update the table, it will and updated by again the same user. Okay, so this trigger is automatically generated. So that is the beauty of this table. And now we review this. Okay. We can make this, suppose I don't want to make this mandatory. The best practice, make them non-mandatory. Because whenever you are working with some application, in the application, suppose you have the fields at the back end, then it asks you to provide the data. So instead of that, make it non-mandatory because data will be populated at the database side. Okay, you can change the size here as well. Last name, suppose I want to make it 100. I run this, but it say that save it first. Now, still it's not completed. It's showing that this escaped, this created, and this is the size. Can we run it? Yes, run now. Okay, so two statement processed. That time I mentioned that one statement processed. Two statement because one is for the create table and another for the create or replace trigger. Okay, and both are the success. If something is in error, it will show you the error as well. Okay, you can directly create the application from here, or you can edit the script, or you can proceed for other actions as well. So this is a script. If you see, these are the scripts. The day one we created, and this is the first we created, and this is the second one. Okay. Hope things are clear for you. And now you guys can create this.
So Bharat, from Quick SQL only you can create tables, right?
We are creating the tables. We are populating the dummy data as well. We are making the sequences. We are creating the constants, and we are making few other things on this.
So is there any syntax required for each of the object?
The things are creating automatically. You are very simply doing like in this. What we did, we created only like mm, only this, na. Rest of the things it created.
Yeah, that is fine.
Mm.
Uh,
Even this
I'm
was what we provided. This we provided.
yes. So I'm just asking that for the table we have given in this way, like name, then column details, right?
Mhm.
If we want to create one sequence, then what would be the syntax? Is it something different?
Mm,
Do you mean syntax for shorthand notations?
Right.
Yeah.
I think instead of clearly we have to write the execute. It's include.
Come again. What are you saying?
As per Harsha says, you want to create a sequence by the using of quick SQL.
Mm.
At that time, I think we have to add instead of PDL, we have to write SEQ. Then
Mm,
sequence will be created.
just a moment. Let me once again open this. And what you are saying, there are definitely a long process, and we'll cover this in other training because in this agenda we put only the high level understanding of the things, not on the deep level. Guy, we are starting one certification batch from first of next month, right? That will be again on the weekend batch. And in
Oh,
that batch, we'll go through the very deeply on each and every. We'll make you like understand the database objects as well, how to create, what are the usage, and what features will create the application, pages, and deep understanding of the pages. We'll give that as we can say that industrial training, not on the academic training. In industrial training, we'll prepare you like you can develop an application and you can take the challenge or take the task from your company or your client, and you can deliver the application. We'll make you prepare for that, and that will be
Okay.
approximately 2 months of training session. But agenda is being prepared, schedule already prepared, and very shortly, I think by the next 3-4 days, you'll get that notification on LinkedIn as well as on the portal.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
So
fine, fine.
definitely we'll go through that more deeply on this, and we'll show you.